just making sure that my macro works well. Well, I'm glad to be here with you today and to join this section and to share with you some of the recent trends in the hardware wallets industry. My name is Daria. I'm business development lead in Tangem, one of the most popular, simple and secure hardware wallet providers. And today we are going to deep dive into current trends into hardware wallet industry. And actually, I would love to talk to you about something that is redefining the way we think about money, the future of hardware wallets. So, in the world of cryptocurrency, it's like having a very, very secure, top-notch digital vault. So, when it comes to security, we want to make sure that this digital vault is absolutely secure. And now let's also highlight something that sounds fancy, but actually is a real headache, the seed phrase. It works like a secret code to your digital vault where you secure your cryptocurrency. So what if someone sneaky gets hold of it? Not cool, right? So I would love to share with you today something that totally redefines the way we talk about cryptocurrency and the way we secure them. And it's Tangem. Tangem is the first seedless hardware wallet that reshaped the industry of hardware wallets and introduced a very innovative way of storing your private keys. What exactly is the most frequent reason of the bad news that we actually hear quite often in media? They could be related to some money leakages, to hacks of crypto wallets, and most people, they don't really dig very deeply into the reasons of these hacks, because if they would reveal that most commonly it's just a human mistake. And this human mistake is done due to seed phrase. So Tangem is here to introduce a totally innovative and disruptive solution to manage your private keys without seed phrase. How exactly does it work? Let me share with you. So Tangem wallet is a set of either 2 or 3 cards that have a secure element inside and a chip that holds your private key securely and never exposed to anyone. When you activate your wallet, the private key is being generated inside the chip, and afterwards it's being securely copied to another set of cards without any other copies of your private key. So finally, instead of seed phrase, we have 2 or 3 physical representatives of your private key. So when you need to sign a transaction, you just take your card off your pocket. All you need is actually just a Tangem card, NFC-enabled phone, and Tangem application. So you can get started with Tangem in just 3 minutes. The simplicity of the user experience is a total game changer here. And everything you need is just to tap your card against your phone to sign a transaction. And you don't have to care about your seed phrase, about securely storing it, because you never know what is your private key exactly. Since in Tangem your private key is never exposed in an open way, you will never give yourself a possibility to make a mistake and to share with someone else. So neither you, neither Tangem, neither anyone else is able to know what is your private key. So this is the first totally game-changing trend that I would love to share with you. And we at Tangem believe that with the time, more and more people will adopt this technology and more companies will introduce seedless approach to hardware wallets. And we are actually very glad to see that based on our own research on Tangem wallet users, we have revealed that 88% of Tangem wallet use our wallet without seed phrase. In Tangem, there are 2 possibilities and 2 methods to activate your wallet, either with seed phrase or without seed phrase. And so finally, we can definitely see this strong tendency of our users to prefer a seedless solution. Next, I would love to focus on simplicity. Nowadays, hardware wallets are not just about storing your cryptocurrency securely. They are also about your everyday life experience. And we at Tangem are making your journey as much simple as possible. And actually, you don't need to have any USB cables, any computers, any additional plugins to get started your journey with crypto. And that's why we believe that this simplicity and simplified user experience is a real gateway to crypto for those who haven't been onboarded yet and can find it quite difficult to get started. So since Tangem is just a card, app, and your phone, and you can get started with it just in 3 minutes, one of our ambassadors even made a social experience where he approached random people on the street, trying to see how fastly they would be able to get started with Tangem. And they didn't have any instructions. They could manage this totally intuitively, and I would love to share with you some shots. How does it work? I would love to ask just those who are in the back end to increase the volume of the video so as we could enjoy the slides. Well, so unfortunately we don't have the sound, but I will just describe you briefly. So basically, to be able to get started with Tangem Wallet, you just need to activate your first card, then to take your secondary and third card, and to create the backup. So one of our ambassadors tried to approach people on the street who haven't been using hardware wallets before at all. And we tried to make this social experience to prove that it's really easy to get started with crypto, that there is no need to do anything else than just to have a try. Well, so this is what our product exactly looks like. And let's see how fast someone that is not really crypto native can deal with it. So as we can see, the social experiment was successful, and we can prove that it's really very easy to get started, and it's a real game changer when you have very simple UX without needing seed phrase, without needing any additional plugins, cables, computer. And well, so crypto is actually available to anyone, and now you can even try to give Tangem Wallet to your grandmother and to see how fastly she will be able to deal with it, to get started with crypto, to activate a wallet, and to buy Bitcoin and maybe become rich even faster than all of us. Well, so that's the first, seedless approach was the first groundbreaking trend that I would love to share with you. And now, moving forward, there is also something very tasty on the plate. And in particular, I would love to talk about form factors. Why are we condemning of a hardware wallet like a USB key? What about having a very small, fashionable, stylish ring that could also be your wallet? So currently, Tangem is developing this solution, and we are planning to launch Tangem rings that will work exactly the same way as Tangem cards. And the public sale will be available for the moment. It's planned by the end of this year. So what I would love to outline here is that to achieve a real mass adoption of crypto, it's really necessary to have very simple, easy, usual, everyday life form factors, not just the product and its user experience, but also the shape of it. So nowadays, hardware wallets are not just about what you carry, but how you carry it. And Tangem Ring is a real step forward to mass adoption of crypto and to onboarding new audiences that haven't been using cryptocurrency yet. The next point I would love to reveal to you is actually connectivity. Today, hardware wallets are not just about storing your crypto securely. They also have access to the apps, some secondary functionality like crypto exchanges, staking, and fiat on-ramp off-ramp. So today, it's really important to provide as many functionality in one product as possible to make the user experience as simple as possible. And Tangem Wallet actually, by having connectivity with Wallet Connect, it's possible to get connected to any kind of the app you want. It can be an NFT marketplace, a trading platform, it can be an exchange, DEX, or whatever you need. And you can do it just by having your wallet in your pocket and no need to do any additional plugins. So Tangem is an ultimate solution to all your crypto needs that you may have that is just in your pocket, and that's totally reshaping the user experience. Well, so talking about connectivity, it's also worth mentioning that usually we use several wallets for various purposes. You can use a hot wallet for everyday transaction. You can use a wallet extension for getting connected to the apps, and we use cold storage hardware wallets for long-term storage. So now you don't need to diversify that much, and you can solve all your problems, all your needs with just one product, because it's very convenient. You can use Tangem from anywhere and anytime you want. As the next headline I would love to talk about is actually coming back to security. There is a very controversial and heatedly discussed topic in the hardware wallet industry: open source or closed source. Well, so here I would love to outline a next trend that will possibly also have very big impact in the hardware wallet industry, and it's the importance of independent auditors. Many people believe that open source is the key to trustworthy and to security, but in fact it's not always working like that. Hardware wallets usually have their software open source, but most frequently they keep their firmware closed source. And there is an explication for this. Usually the more information you provide about your technology, about the firmware, and everything that stands behind the product, the more clues you give to potential hackers to break down your system. So when you hear messages that are actually currently invading the crypto space about open source, don't be fooled by this. Sometimes it's just used for the sake of marketing. And actually, for the hardware wallets, for real secure solutions like cold storage and hardware wallets, independent auditors are the only way to prove that everything that the company has declared about the product and declared about its firmware is true. Tangem Wallet in particular has two independent audits from two various companies, Kudelsky Security and Rescure. And Tangem also keeps its application open source. This is made for the purpose that if one day, let's imagine that Apple Store decides to delete the app, or let's say that Tangem stops to operate. So to make our users to feel secure that anything will happen to their digital assets, we made the application open source. And in this case, everyone who is technically native will be able to recreate the app, and all the Tangem wallet users and Tangem card holders will be able to continue to use the wallet exactly as before. And the last thing I would love to share with you today, another trend, is actually personalization and co-branding. The users of today are actually looking for something very individual and something that shapes their style and individuality. Apart from that, many users diversify and use various hardware wallets, and sometimes even from the same brand. So how can they make sure that their hardware wallet device belongs to them but not to someone else? Like, imagine a situation when, For example, in your family, everyone has the same wallet, and you need to make sure that you don't use the card of your grandma that is just about to become rich. So for this purpose, Tangem has introduced possibility for companies, for individuals, for influencers to collaborate with us and to launch a limited edition design Tangem wallets. This approach can be used in many various use cases, and currently we already have a very wide selection of co-brandings of limited edition designs that we have launched together with cryptocurrency foundations, with neobanks, with closed communities, with influencers, and even with non-Web3 projects. There are many use cases on how those cards can be used, not only in your individual personal experience, but also for businesses. So you can resell Tangem wallets under your brand, powered by Tangem technology. You can also provide Tangem wallets for your VIP partners, and you can simply give away customized branded Tangem wallets to your community. So this is something that we would love to invite you to explore, and if it's something that resonates with your needs, with your company, and with your targets, so feel free to get connected with us, to talk with me personally and with my awesome team. We are going to be here just behind the stage with a branded booth. So feel free to reach out to us and to continue this conversation about recent trends, and we will be glad to share more details with you about that. So thank you very much, and wish you a great ending of the day. Bye.